Welcome back to the Red Mic. Thanks for being here. Today's Red Mic message, it's a minor rant about what I'm calling minor league football. NCAA. For a long time, I said that punishing a school, a coach, a player over meal violations or book allowances or any of that stupid stuff was silly. It seemed like it was enforcement for the sake of enforcement, not because anyone was actually being harmed. Confession time, though. In 95 or so, when I was working as a reporter, I was not a sports writer, but I was a reporter and I covered education. Well, I had heard multiple rumors. No one would go on record. I had heard multiple rumors that Midwestern State University's star running back, who ended up in the NFL and ended up playing in a Super Bowl where he probably should have been the MVP, but I'll let you figure out. Well, the rumor was, and I could never confirm it, so I'm not saying that he did it. The rumor was that the nice house he was in and the nice clothes he was wearing and the jewelry that he wore and all of these things, oh, and the nice car, all of that added up to he was being sponsored by some wealthy people. Could never prove it. So couldn't prove it, never put it in print. I'm not alleging it now. I'm just saying a lot of people told me it was happening. Couldn't find it. Now, I still think that the old system pretended that athletes like him were amateurs while the universities were cashing the checks. Coaches at big schools, they're signing contracts bigger than a small city's budget. Television networks building empires. Then the bad side was when a kid got hurt, they lost their scholarship. It never seemed like amateurism to me. It was exploitation hiding behind tradition. So when NIL came along, a big part of me said, yes, it's about time. We're going to stop taking advantage of these kids. Because I always felt, and I still do, that athletes deserved a way to share in the value that they were creating, and the hypocrisy of it all needed to end. The hard truth is, though, we didn't really fix the system. We just injected a whole lot of money into it. Now, college sports, let's face it, aren't amateur. They're not developmental. They're not even really pretending to be educational in a meaningful way. I mean, you got softball pitchers making $1 million. You've got journeyman players who don't ever really live up to the hype, driving $80,000 SUVs, and then they go from school to school chasing another paycheck. College sports is no longer an amateur game. It's not developmental. It's professional league. It's a professional league wearing campus hoodies. Now, I wish I could take claim for that framing. I can't. That came from Dallas Cothram, who you might remember I quoted his Dallas Morning News column back on the 4th of July. Well, he laid out a timeline that makes me uncomfortable. And if you're a fan of college sports, I think it should make you uncomfortable too. Because imagine players with professional experience, draft status, and summer league minutes, then saying, well, I'm going to go play college because I still have eligibility left, and becoming a student athlete. That's not college sports feeding the pros anymore. The minor league pros opting into college because they can make more money playing basketball in Kansas than they can playing in the Italian league. And when college sports and college coaches start talking openly about collective bargaining, something fundamental is broken. When eligibility rules are so scrambled that fans and administrators and compliance officers can't explain them with a straight face, the word student starts to feel decorative instead of descriptive. The transfer portal is not being used as a safety valve for bad situations. It's being abused as free agency with tampering, bidding wars, and really zero commitment on either side. I mean, case in point, the Texas Longhorns had in my opinion, a really good, was he great? No, but he showed sparks of greatness. Parker Livingstone. By the way, take a picture of Parker Livingstone, mustache, mullet, basically, put it right next to Uncle Rico. Just saying. Anyway, Parker Livingstone was the star quarterback's roommate and left because of NIL. Now, he didn't come out and publicly say they didn't pay me what I wanted or they wanted me to take a cut. None of that got said. So we're all having to read between the lines and figure out, okay, what's actually going on with old Parker. But here's the sad fact of the matter. He's now a Sooner. And I still like the kid. Can't root for him anymore, but I still like the kid. High school seniors, actual students, are now competing for roster spots against older, fully developed professionals and transfer students, some of whom, again, professionals, they've already played at the next level. Graduation rates used to be a point of pride, and player development used to mean something. Now the scoreboard is all about NIL totals and collective rankings and who flipped where this week. I saw a stat that, and this was right after the portal opened, a few days after the portal opened, that 27% of teams, of players, had entered the portal. I don't know what the number is now. I haven't looked. I probably should have. But 27%, that's staggering. That means a little more than 1 in 4 of players are jumping ship. Now, they're not the 11 starters, but look at 11 players. That means almost 3 of those players are going off to greener pasture, what they hope are greener pastures. I don't get it. And I'm not being nostalgic. I'm just trying to do the same warning that Dallas did and so many other people are doing. College sports is not collapsing. It's not collapsing because players are getting paid, but there's a visceral anger out there worrying about how the line between fair compensation and unchecked chaos happened. If the NCAA is going to refuse to draw boundaries, well, the loudest and the most money is going to fill that vacuum. Fixing injustice didn't require abandoning structure. If anything, it required that they make a more meaningful structure. Incentives always shape behavior, whether you admit it or not. If you don't define the mission, if you don't define the parameters, then the money is going to. And progress without guardrails is not progress. And I think we're seeing that now. Systems ultimately will fail when accountability disappears. And that's today's Red Mike message. Now, I don't always have a theme, but this entire week, rest of the week, today is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and even hashtag Fun Friday, I'm going to be talking about college football and NIL and coaches leaving and all the stuff. And I'm even going to try to throw some things out there that I think might fix it. So I hope you'll join me for the rest of the week. I love you guys. Until next time, don't forget, life is short. Drink the bourbon. I'll see you.